Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but we're back here with a speed build in The Sims 4. If you all have been following my community tab or my Twitter and maybe even my Instagram, I think I mentioned it over there too, I have been recently suffering from some builder's block, which unfortunately I go through like many others probably pretty, every now and then. It happens. It's part of the process, I guess, but it sucks, especially when you like desperately want to build and create something and everything you're working on is just, you look at it and you're like, no, I can't. I just don't have the energy. I don't have the motivation. And yeah, so that's pretty much why I've been kind of quiet over here. I know technically I think I only missed like one weekend upload, but we are getting back into it now and I'm actually really excited. What you see in front of you now is an idea that I believe, and hopefully I'm not talking too soon, has gotten me out of my building funk. So basically I was in bed one night I'm usually on Pinterest looking for ideas, especially when I'm in one of these moods and I'm just desperately looking for something to spark that right idea. But I was there and I was like, screen porches, and I was like, wait, the greenhouse kits are these windows, right? They have the mesh in them. And I was like, wait a minute, screened in porch. And then yeah, that's what we're trying out here. I definitely want to do it on like a bigger size build eventually, but we got to start small, especially when you're really having a hard time finishing a build. So there's that. But I've also always wanted to do like a small mobile home, especially here in Strangerville, because this lot is just perfect for it. So that's what we're doing. But that screen porch, we use the greenhouse kit windows, and then those wooden planks are actually a wall hanging sign thing from Snowy Escape, but like the backside of it that you normally wouldn't see because it's up on the wall. But I don't know, I like the idea. Of course you can probably just keep them, like just keep the windows as is and it would work too, but I definitely wanted to give it a little more character, if that makes any sense. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I'm actually filming this voiceover the morning of this video being released, so happy Sunday. Yeah, I don't know, tell me how you guys are doing in the comments below. Trying to think of any new Sims news. We did get the Book Nook kit. That's pretty much I think when my builder's block started, because I was trying desperately to do something with that kit and I was struggling so hard, and then I spiraled from there. So yeah, but I do really love that kit, and I do want to do a build just kind of like around that book lover's dream kind of build. Like something I would actually really love to live in is somewhere like surrounded by trees and nature, but secluded enough and plenty of cozy spaces to sit and read. Speaking of reading, that's actually what I've been doing a lot recently, especially when I get into these moods, and I'm gonna keep talking about it, but we're gonna bypass. But when I don't have the motivation or anything to like do anything productive, I would like watch TV, but I've been trying to get back into reading, as I think I've mentioned a few times over here, and I'm working my way through the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. My friend actually recommended it because I told her I was in a funk, like a reading funk, and needed something to like spark that again, and let me say it's doing the job. So if you guys have read that series, let me know. Please, no spoilers. I'm almost through book 3, so I'm really excited to get through that and then get started on book 4. And I think there's 5 books in the series, so I love a good long series, which shouldn't be a surprise because of my love for Harry Potter. But the landscaping here in this build is pretty simple. Obviously, it's a desert landscape because we're in Strangerville, but I'm trying to find my words this morning. It's hard. Anyway, I didn't want it to feel too lush, but I wanted it to be a little, I wanted there to be some green here, even if it's maybe stuff the sim planted themselves. That could be a possibility. But I used a lot of debug items from the Strangerville pack to kind of blend it into the world, so hopefully you guys like it. And in the yard we have some garden pots, some planters, and a place to lounge. I think that chair was from my wedding stories, and then a little pool to also lounge in because it's hot in Strangerville, so you definitely want that space. So here we're starting off with the bathroom. It's just your simple 1x3 bathroom, perfect for a tiny home like this. I think we are at 29 tiles, so this is actually a micro home, I believe, because I think it's 32 tiles for a micro home. So yeah, I believe it's a micro home, and it's actually almost a starter home. It came out to 22,000 simoleons, and 20 simoleons is typically like what your sim gets when you like create a sim for the first time and they get so much money to like begin their life journey with, unless you're doing rags to riches and then you kind of cheat that. But so if you were to do that, I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to like save up if you like go into an empty lot, right, and then make a few thousand simoleons by doing whatever you like to do to make simoleons, painting, maybe, I can't think of the word, but looking for plants and gems and collectibles, that kind of thing to sell. So it wouldn't be too hard, basically what I'm saying, to save up to move your sim into this home. And then of course you get all the advantage of it being a tiny home, which is a plus. Now I did play test, yay me, round of applause. I don't do that very often, but I was concerned about how the desk and the bed here would function because it looked like a pretty tight squeeze to me. So it is functional, but it could be a little annoying. Basically, if you want your sim to go to bed or go on the bed at all, they have to sit on the chair on the desk, and then you have to select the bed and say like sleep, right? And then they'll be able to get off the chair and go to the bed that way. And then if you're trying to leave the bed and go do something else somewhere else, you have to sit back on the chair and then tell them to go do something. But this can probably easily be fixed. You could probably just get rid of the desk or get a smaller one and stick it in the corner. So there's options, but I really wanted to use that particular desk for some reason. That one's from high school years. And then I decided to kind of separate the kitchen off with some open shelving because we didn't have any real space for cabinets and stuff. And I wanted a lot of windows here too, so it was kind of hard to put storage on the wall, like shelving. So, but in a tiny home, you definitely need place for storage. And here we're switching out the cabinets because I thought the Parenthood ones were a little too much for this build. I definitely wanted it to look like a trailer on the inside, so I did my best. I used the Book Nook wallpaper here, which I thought was actually pretty perfect. So let me know what you guys think. And that couch, of course, is... I love that couch. I wish it was mine in real life. Last thing I guess I want to bring up is the leak for that new expansion pack, which apparently is horses. One, I don't know why it would be an expansion pack, and I know others have said this. Two, the timing of the leak is really fishy, and I've seen other people bring this up as well. because there was a lot of controversy around console players. They want their controls fixed, which I really hope they get fixed, because I couldn't imagine that happening for literally any game, or even The Sims on PC, which is what I do. So my fingers are crossed, and I'm really hoping that that gets fixed and that they get to play their games the way they like to and the way they're used to, because that's only fair. But third, for horses, I don't know if that's really what I want. Of course, I'm going to be happy with whatever pack they get. I'm sure I'll love some items, and I'm probably gonna get it anyway. But I know I'm what's wrong with the community. I'm one of those people. But I'm a completionist and I love new items. But as far as horses go, because I'm a builder, so I wouldn't get much of the horse gameplay. I'd like to build some stables, that might be cute. But as far as build style, we have a lot of that ranchy farmhouse kind of stuff already, whether it's cats and dogs, and what else we have, country kitchen, cottage living, those things. So I feel like we have a lot of that in the game that we can do anyway. But let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for horses, or what would you rather see? Leave all that in the comments down below, as well as any suggestions for future builds and videos. I am gathering a list and I cannot wait to get started. I've started on some already, so stay tuned. But enjoy the video tour. We're at the end, and have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye!